Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to another TERA dungeon run-through. So this is a run-through I did of the Shattered Fleet dungeon. This is a PC run-through, so this is not a console run-through, even though you do see the controller down there in the corner. No, this is not for console, this is for PC. But I wanted to do a run-through of the Shattered Fleet. I have been going through and doing the quest line for my Brawler here, and I thought I would take a couple of the quests that I did and go through them with you guys and do some of the dungeons. I'm not going to be going through all of them, but I will go through a couple of them, and one of them that I wanted to do was the Shattered Fleet, which was the next one on my list. So this is going to be a Brawler point of view run through on this. I know that I don't usually specify, I don't think, when I talk about these, that it is Brawler POV, but it is a tanking point of view video, so if you are looking for a healing one, or if you're looking for a DPS one, this is not it. So I'm going to be focused on the tank class, because of course, I am the tank class that is playing in this scenario. But this is, like I said, POV of a Brawler tanking class. Brawler to be more specific, although I don't think it really matters. But anyway, there are 3 bosses in this dungeon. There is this boss here, the first one, and then of course you have one more, and then the main boss at the very end. So there's obviously not too many in this one, kind of like the Ravenous Gorge. There is 3, but unlike the Ravenous Gorge, this one is a 5-person dungeon, so this is not just a 3-person dungeon, so you could be waiting a little bit longer on your queue than you would for a Ravenous Gorge dungeon. But it is a regular one with the 5-person, not a raid one with more than 5 people. This is just a regular standard dungeon, and it is going to be from my tank point of view. And now, don't get me like mistaken or anything. I'm not saying I'm the best tank around. I actually think I am one of the worst tanks ever, because I actually think the tanking class is probably my least favorite. It does come a close second though to the archer class. Okay, I am not a fan of the archer class. I actually played an archer and got it to level 65. I've done it I think twice. Some of them you can see on my channel. I actually went through and did a few dungeon runs for some of the old 65 quest lines with one of my archers, and it was kind of pitiful because I'm really not good at archer. So I went through a while back as well, and I deleted my archer that I currently had on my servers that I'm on. So I don't have archers anymore because I just didn't like the class. But the Brawler is one of my favorite classes, but yet not my favorite in terms of DPS, tank, and healer. I would much rather be a DPS, or I would say a healer, than be a tank, because I think being a tank is the hardest job that you can do in this game, because you have to be responsible for keeping that big huge boss there in the middle and right where he needs to be, and focused on you the whole entire time, so that the DPS and the healers can do what they do best. So yeah, I think tanking is pretty hard, and I'm not a pro at it, so I definitely would say that this is probably the best you're going to see from me in terms of tanking, because I'm not too good at it. That's why I said I didn't want to go through and do all the quest lines that there is to do, but I thought I would actually go through just a couple of them with you guys so that we could have a few more points of view from a tanking perspective, as in dungeons form, because I have a few that are only DPS, and I do think I want to do a couple with healer as well. But first I'm focusing on tank, because I was obviously already leveling up the Brawler anyway, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to do so. Alright, so we've defeated 2 bosses so far, and now we are down to the 3rd boss. You can see here, if you have a pretty good team, you can get through this dungeon pretty quickly, and it's not really too difficult of a dungeon, so you do not have to worry about that whatsoever. It's actually pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You just gotta go through all 3 of them. I know that the second boss, the one that we just did, the spider boss, if you are a DPS class, You definitely want to make sure to avoid whenever it does the little, I don't know what it's called, but it like shoots out this little mist, because that can stun you. I didn't really focus on my teammates, I was kind of just focusing on myself, but some of them, you might have seen, went purple. That means they got stunned by the spider. So you definitely have to watch out for that. But as a tank, you could block it, so that's fine. You don't have to worry about that there. And the healers obviously can cleanse. I think it's cleansable, I'm pretty sure it is. But other than that, that's about it for that boss. The first boss, though, it's actually not difficult to do anyway. All you have to do is avoid those bombs and defeat that boss, and that's pretty straightforward on that one. Obviously, you have to have a good healer, because if you get hit by 3 or 4 bombs, you're going down. But the last boss here, he's simple as well. You just gotta watch out for his attacks where he jumps back like that, like he did earlier. And he'll jump forward as well, and he'll focus on one person and jump forward. The tank can also block that. As you can see, I did block him from jumping over to that DPS class that he was focusing on. And also his spring back attack for the DPS classes as well, you want to watch out for those. And then he's going to do this too, which he puts up an invisibility cloak or something like that, I don't know. And you want to make sure that you attack the soldiers, the unstable sorcerers that he puts up. He puts 4 of them up, and one of them will focus one member of your team. And those orbs, if they hit that one member, they will hurt them, but if you get hit by it, I don't think it hurts you. So if your person who is being focused gets low in health, I think healer can also heal as well on that, so they don't have to die necessarily. But you want to get all 4 of those taken out so that Barbossa's big invisibility cloak goes away, and then you can go back to attacking him, which is pretty simple. So you take care of that. Well, it's best to take care of all 4 of those sorcerer guys as a team, because they go down quicker, but it does tend to go a little bit faster if you spread out and you kind of take them on 1 or 2 at a time, maybe 2 or 3 people on one, and then the Brawler or whoever's tanking on a single one, and can help out a little bit better. Also with this boss too, I have found that he is actually pretty annoying, because you've seen how he jumps back like that, and you have to be really careful with that, because he loves to jump back off of the ship, and if he goes too far out, he will probably reset. I haven't had it happen before, but I really am annoyed when he does that. You guys see that right there? He goes outside the ship and jumps completely back, and if he gets too far out of range, I'm pretty sure he'll reset and come back in, and we would have to take him on all over again, so that would have been really annoying for me. So I'm definitely glad that he did not reset. But that's pretty much otherwise all you need to know about him. You have to stun him to prevent him from gaining power here once you get him down to a certain amount of what is it, HP? I don't know. His health bar? I'm too much of a Pokemon nerd, so I go with HP. Anyway, you get his health bar down to a certain amount and he will say this. I guess you can stun him and he won't do it, but he happened to do it for me, so I wanted to keep it in. That way you guys could see what happens. I think he will grow stronger if that happens as well, so that is, that's gonna be it though. That's the Shattered Fleet. That's about all you need to know on that one. So there's another dungeon run through for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one then.